Before starting the video, let me tell you about myself that I am a licensed immigration consultant here in Canada. So I practice here in Mississauga, Ontario, and I am legally authorized to file applications for your immigration and citizenship matter. So yes, before starting the video, please do subscribe my channel and like my video. So if you subscribe my channel and like my videos, this gives me a motivation to come up with more such informative videos for you. So let's get started. So the first important step, main step here is your IELTS exam. So you have to give the IELTS academic before even you start the process of applying to different colleges, because most of the colleges, they ask for your IELTS score first. So you have to meet a certain criteria, like some colleges ask 6 bands, some ask for 6.5. So first you need to give an IELTS exam so that you know what is your IELTS score, and then on the basis of your IELTS score, on the basis of the eligibility of the score, you can then go ahead and apply to the different colleges. So, and one more point here, you have to give IELTS academic and not IELTS general. IELTS general is for people applying for immigration like express entry, and IELTS academic is for you people who are going to opt for a study permit basically. Okay, so now talking about the approximate cost. IELTS cost approximately 15,500 rupees currently in India. And if you talk about the organizations offering IELTS exam, currently there are two organizations offering IELTS exam in India. One is IDP and the other one is British Council. So you can opt for anyone and apply for your IELTS academy. And also IELTS is now instead of paper based, there is a paper based option, but also you have now a computer based option also. So paper based IELTS is offered 4 times in a month, whereas the computer based IELTS exam, it is offered 7 days a week and 3 times a day. So you have multiple options if you go for a computer based, and the results are also faster in a computer based exam. So talking about the eligibility, most colleges, the minimum eligibility they ask for is a 6 band, but there are few colleges and good universities, they even ask for 6.5 or 7 band. So if you do not achieve the minimum required score at one go, then you will have to reappear for the IELTS, and this will obviously increase your cost. So once again, if you are appearing for IELTS, you have to pay again for the fees. And also some people go for a coaching for IELTS. So if you opt for a coaching, then it will further increase your cost. So coaching for IELTS right now is about 10,000 rupees on an average. And but I advise you can see there are multiple videos on YouTube for IELTS preparation, and you can just go through those videos. There's a lot of content available, so you can just prepare for the IELTS sitting at your home only. So once your IELTS is done, next step is the college application fee. So next step is that you go ahead and apply to the Canadian colleges, and if they accept you, they give you a letter of acceptance. That is a very important letter. So now next question is that how do we go ahead and apply to the colleges? So we are licensed consultants, so we do help you with your college applications. So if you want to apply, so what we do is we just check your eligibility, your IELTS score, your mark sheets, that how much you scored in your 10th, how much you scored in your 12th, and if you're doing a master's, how much did you score in your bachelor's. So based on that and based on your interest, we give you a list of the different colleges and courses which are suitable for you and obviously for which you are eligible, and as per the province of your choice, then you can go ahead, choose from that, and then we can go ahead. Assist you in the complete process and also in the application to the colleges. So application fee for colleges depend upon college to college, on an average around 150 Canadian dollar. And what happens is when you apply to colleges, we suggest that you apply to at least 2 to 3 colleges, so that this increases your chance of acceptance. So like if you're just applying to one college and the college didn't give you an acceptance, so you will waste your time that much. So that's why we suggest to apply to at least 2 to 3 colleges, so you will get a letter of acceptance from at least one of the colleges. So suppose if you apply to 3 colleges, then your cost of application will come to around 400 to 450 Canadian dollars, so which is around 28,000 rupees. So after applying to the colleges, what is next is we have to wait for a response from the college. So few colleges take 2 to 3 weeks to give a response, and while some colleges they even take 2 to 3 months to respond. So that is why this is the reason that we should timely start this process, so that we get to know about the acceptance from the different colleges. And once you get the letter of acceptance, this offer letter, this also states the fees that you have to pay for your college tuition fee. So then comes the next third step, that is after you get a letter of acceptance from the college, that is the college tuition fee. So then you will have to pay the tuition fee that is asked by the college once you get admitted to a college. So college fee, if you talk about, on an average, it goes from 14,000 Canadian dollars to 20,000 Canadian dollars per annum. So this approximately comes to around 9 to 11 to 12 lakh rupees per annum cost. That is your tuition fee. So now this will depend upon whether you're opting for a 1-year course or a 2-year course. That will be your total tuition fee. So the 1-year tuition fee is to be paid in advance, as this payment, you will, after paying the fees, then you will get a final acceptance by the college, and this payment proof that you have paid for your first year, this will now set as a proof. This will act as a proof which will help you in obtaining your study permit. So payment proof, the tuition payment proof, is an important document while we apply for your study permit application, to show the visa officer that we have already paid the fees for 1 year of the college. And this is also a mandatory requirement under the SDS stream. So the fourth step after paying the tuition fee, so the next cost that comes is of the GIC. So GIC is basically guaranteed investment certificate. So what happens is, after the fee deposit, the tuition fee deposit, you have to deposit a fixed amount of money with a Canadian bank. And remember, this GIC is a mandatory step under SDS stream if you're applying. And if you're applying through a non-SDS stream, then GIC is not mandatory. But yes, it is recommended so that to increase your basically study permit approval chances. So international students applying for a study permit to Canada under the SDS stream, they are required to go for this GIC for a 10,000 Canadian dollar plus a 200 Canadian dollar processing fee. So what happens is, basically the government needs an assurance that once you land in Canada, you have sufficient funds to basically cover your living expenses. And in Indian currency, this cost comes to around 6,27,000 rupees. That is the complete of the GIC and the processing fee. And there are a few banks who are offering this GIC. Is you have Scotiabank, you have CIBC, RBC, TD Bank. So you can just go on their websites, explore their websites, and then select which bank you want to go with. And one important factor in selecting a bank, I would suggest, is that wherever your college is, right, the location of your college, just see which bank is nearest to your college, so that it would become easy for you to go and withdraw money. So this is also one of the factor which you should look at while choosing the bank for your GIC. So after GIC, the next cost is of the upfront medical exam. So before applying the study visa, it is recommended that you go for an upfront medical. Upfront medical means that first you get a medical exam done, and after that we apply for a study visa. So it is generally recommended to get the medicals done first, so as to save on the processing time later. So this upfront medical cost around 6,000 to 9,000 rupees, depending upon the certain tests that you are required to undergo when you book and go for a medical exam. So this cost would come around 6,000 to 9,000 rupees. And after your upfront medical is done, so now your college fees is paid, you have the letter of acceptance from the college, you have your GIC ready, you have your medicals ready. So now everything is in place. Now we can go ahead with the study visa application. So now comes the cost of the study visa application. So the government fees is 150 Canadian dollars for this study visa application. And if you go through licensed immigration consultants, like we are licensed immigration consultants, so we charge our fees also for applying a study visa for you. So this basically government fees is 150 Canadian dollars, plus you have to pay the immigration consultants fee. And after this comes the seventh cost, that is of the biometrics. So once you submit the study visa application, then you get a request from the IRCC for your biometrics. So this biometric costs you 85 Canadian dollar per person. That is around I think 5200 or 5300 rupees. So this is basically your biometric cost. So after you are done with your biometrics, this thing gets updated in your study visa application, and then so you have to wait now for the decision. And right now the IRCC, they are taking a long processing time, 4 to 5 months to process your study visa application. So that is why it is recommended that if you are planning to go for a study visa, if you are planning to study in Canada, then start your application right now. So that, because it takes time first by the college to give the decision, then the decision on your visa application by the visa officer. So this takes a long time, the complete process. That is why it's recommended to start way ahead of time. And yes, the final cost is when you get your visa approved, then your tickets to Canada and your shopping, which a lot of people spend a lot on. Right. So yes, I hope my video was helpful, was informative to you, and this has given you a complete idea of all the costs which you need to pay for your study visa application for studying in Canada, starting from IELTS to your tickets, right? So if you like my video and if you want to see more such informative videos about all about Canadian immigration, whether it's related to study or permanent residency or citizenship, then go ahead and like my video and do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.